Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be shedding light on how to acquire virtual real estate. So, how do you acquire virtual real estate? You may ask. Without further ado, without further delay, allow me to demystify that answer to that inquiry right here, right now. Fortunately, much to your relief, much to your elation, much to your gratification, there are a multitude of disparate ways in which virtual real estate can be acquired. You're not solely limited to procuring virtual real estate from an in-game store in a video game. You can also acquire virtual real estate from marketplaces. Additionally, you can acquire virtual real estate from sellers who are keen on relinquishing their virtual real estate. Not every seller wants to retain their virtual real estate in perpetuity for the remainder of their lifetime. Additionally, you can also acquire virtual real estate from companies who are keen on selling their virtual real estate. Entrepreneurs who are eager to retire may be willing to sell their business as part of the transaction. You may receive the virtual real estate. You may take up the reins of their website, for instance, if you decide to buy their company from them that owns a website. However, you do not have to necessarily part with your hard-earned money to acquire virtual real estate. You can build it from the ground up. You have the autonomy to do so. Be a pioneer of your own destiny. Implement prudent, wise, strategic, shrewd decisions. Do not implement rash, impetuous, imprudent, gormless decisions. If you want to be able to acquire virtual real estate without hemorrhaging any money, without depleting any money, without squandering any money, then you can bring it to fruition by utilizing a free website builder in order to be able to launch your own website. Furthermore, you can also acquire additional virtual real estate by launching social media channels on social media platforms. Moreover, if you want to acquire additional virtual real estate, you have the autonomy to launch a blog on a blogging platform, or you can even launch a blog on a multitude of blogging platforms. It is up to you. As per virtual real estate, even though there are plenty of ways to acquire it, it only has value if it ranks high in the search engines and if it has high visitor traffic and if it can be monetized in a multitude of disparate ways. As per virtual real estate and video games, it only has value if it can be monetized and if it occupies a virtual space in a video game that has high visitor, or I should say, it is only deemed valuable if it can be monetized and if it occupies a virtual space in a video game that has high player foot traffic. Fortunately, virtual real estate in a video game is deemed to be monetizable. Fortunately, social media channels, websites, and blogs are deemed to be monetizable. Ideally, you want to have a behemoth website. You also want to have behemoth social media channels as well as a behemoth blog. You want to rank as high in the search engines as you are able to do so. Make sure you implement the utmost optimal, utmost potent, utmost efficacious search engine optimization tactics so that your website, blog, and social media channels are all the more apt to rank high in the search engines. Make sure that your content is optimally optimized with the utmost search for germane keywords as a metadata for your content. Your website should serve as a hub for your product offerings, service offerings, and content. Your social media channels should serve as hubs for your content, and your blog should serve as a hub for your blog content. So, if your virtual real estate ranks egregiously low in the search engines, if it has a dearth of visitor traffic, and if it only offers you an infinitesimal amount of monetization options, then it's not going to be deemed to be highly valuable virtual real estate. You want your virtual real estate to become more lucrative over time. You want your content to build more traction over time and transcend into becoming viral content. You want any content that you produce to be deemed viral worthy, share worthy, algorithm recommendation worthy, like worthy, and engagement worthy content. You want your content to yield high engagement rates, high audience retention rates, high viewership rates, and high watch times. You want to do everything in your purview to ensure that you can build behemoth social media channels as well as a behemoth blog and a behemoth website. You want all your virtual real estate to rank high in the search engines and to organically draw force high visitor traffic, as well as afford you an exorbitant amount of monetization options. If it is not monetized, then it's not going to generate you any revenue. So, to recapitulate, in sum, if you want to acquire virtual real estate, you have the autonomy to bring it to fruition by cultivating social media channels, by building a website and by growing a blog. Of course, you can also buy it from marketplaces as well as private sellers and companies. Companies are at liberty to sell their websites. Sellers are at liberty to sell their websites as well. Marketplaces can offer websites for sale. You can also hone in on buying virtual real estate in video games if you so choose to do so. Certain video games have virtual real estate for sale that you are at liberty to purchase via their in-game store. Will you buy virtual land? Will you buy a virtual home? Will you buy a virtual facility? Will you buy a virtual planet? I do not know. That is an enigma. You are a pioneer of your own destiny. And you choose how you spend your money. I hope that you deemed this video to be insightful and enthralling. The acquisition of virtual real estate is indeed blithely overlooked over the acquisition of tangible real estate. Just because virtual real estate exists on servers in the cloud does not mean that it cannot become far more lucrative than tangible real estate. Virtual real estate typically does not bear any retention costs. It is easily accessible from anywhere in the world remotely, and it is easy to manage, and it has autonomy to be monetized in a slew of disparate ways. Furthermore, it can also become more lucrative over time, especially if your content transcends into becoming viral content. If you have viral content on your social media channels, on your website, and on your blog, it will culminate in your social media channels, blog, and website ranking higher in the search engines and drawing forth more visitor traffic organically, which will more than likely yield you more revenue if your website, blog, and social media channels are monetized. Make sure that you utilize the utmost. Search for keywords that are germane to your content so that you can have optimal metadata for your content. You do not want your metadata to be subpar, nor abysmal. I hope that you deem this video to be fascinating, riveting, insightful, mesmerizing, engrossing. Have a blissful day. Goodbye.